It's just over 100 years since women got the vote and the right to stand for Parliament. We're now up to 34% of our Parliament, which is female. So we are still well short of my goal in my lifetime, which is to get to 50%. Obviously, the goal has got to be 50-50 because I think anything that's short of that shows that there are women who are holding themselves back from putting themselves forward for public office. So we're making progress. There have been some great examples of success, and I think that politics is being more influenced by women's voices than ever before. But I don't think we can rest until we feel that there is at least equal representation in our Parliament. I think there are still challenges, so there is obviously quite long distances for travel every week. You travel back from your constituency to your home, and so there are challenges in terms of work-life balance with that, but we are making progress. So it's now permitted to take your children into the voting lobbies, it's now permitted to breastfeed in Parliament, and so it's becoming a much more accommodating atmosphere. And we had a general election last year, and there were, I think, 4 of my colleagues who were on maternity leave during the general election and were re-elected. There's been a lot of change in terms of women's participation in the workforce generally. So our employment rate for women is at a record high. I think it's like 74.6% female participation in work. And so there are more women in work, and I think that helps more women go into politics as well. I think it has been very important to have 2 female prime ministers because I love the story that Theresa May tells that when she stopped being prime minister, someone who was a little girl came up to her mum and said, "Is it possible for boys to be prime minister as well?" And so I think it really does affect perceptions if you have men and women who have made it to the very top in politics. I encourage so many women to enter politics. It's a fantastically rewarding career, and it's one where you can really make a difference for your community, for your friends, for your family, and for your country. And so it is a wonderful path to follow. Women make such a difference in politics, and I always encourage more women to put themselves forward for election.